Hello everyone and happy Sunday. I hope everything's okay with you. With me, something kind of weird happened to me this week. Something which I never really wanted to go through, and I want to explain it to everyone to see if I get any advice or any help from people. So about 18 months ago, I started my most recent treatment towards my depression, and that involved going to talking therapy groups, solo therapy sessions, and I was put on antidepressants. That was the one thing I really didn't want to get into. I really didn't want to take any more tablets. I'm already in a wheelchair and I'm diabetic and I have a heart condition. Believe me, I take enough medication every single day as it is without having to add another tablet into the mix. And also, when I do introduce a new drug into my system, it has a tendency to mess up my dosages on all my other drugs. So it's a kind of a fine balance between all of them, really. But I didn't want to go on antidepressants. Originally, what I didn't quite realise was that depression is not only just a state of mind, say, it's also a chemical imbalance. There is some chemical reactions going on. I don't know the ins and outs exactly, but I do know that medication does help with something. Something's fucking wrong with me, and putting those tablets will help. And admittedly, I was not really aware of that, but I voiced my concerns about going on medication in the first place to the doctor, and he said this will still be the best thing for me. So I started taking them, because I was told to. I've been on these tablets for about, I say, probably 18 months now. 17, 18 months maybe. And at first I wouldn't have said that they made any difference to me. Because I was still experiencing the same problems I was having. And I was thinking that a little tablet isn't necessarily gonna solve all my difficulties and things able to look at, but to be fair, I've been going through things for so long that I've just willing to try anything. So I started taking them every evening after my evening meal, like I'm supposed to, and I didn't necessarily feel better or worse from it. But every 6 weeks or so, I have to sit down and I have to do my repeat prescription for the next 6 weeks. And I usually am very good with it. I usually keep on top of it and everything. But the week before, I made a slight error. I counted one lot of tablets as another lot of tablets. But long story short, I basically ended up missing not ordering my antidepressants. So when they came along, and I didn't have any, and so I had to go back down doctors to get some new ones. But by the time we got down there, the pharmacy was open, the doctor's still buggered off home. So I had to go back in the next day. And then I gave my prescription to my doctor. And it normally takes around about 24 to 48 hours for it to go through. So I went back home thinking, right, okay, well, maybe if I miss my antidepressants for 2 or 3 days, I'll be okay. As it turns out, I was wrong. To say I didn't feel too much of a difference when I was taking them is one thing. When I stopped taking them, I definitely felt a negative reaction to them, I suppose. I felt worse about myself. Everything I was doing was just taking a little bit more effort out of me. I didn't want to go outside. I didn't want to see people. I just felt really, really sorry for myself, I suppose, and I hated that. I hated feeling like that, and it just sort of came to prove to me that unfortunately I have become dependent on my medication, which is the one thing I really don't want to do. But now I'm kind of afraid to even start thinking about trying to come off them at some point, because even though I've got some more now, but just having those 3 days of missing them just has taken a lot of me to try and recover from it. I'm still nowhere near it. I'm back on the pills now, but I still feel like shit from it. And I don't really want to become another. Don't really want to become in another as another person who's dependent on tablets to get through the day. I'm nearly 34 years old. I should be able to make it to bed each night while feeling kind of okay about things, but I don't. This might be one of those things that, unless you suffer from depression yourself, you're not going to understand what I'm going through. I don't know how to choose that, but I feel pretty fucking shitty about everything, really, and I didn't want to. I really never wanted to. So yeah, so that was my week. God knows how long it's going to take me to recover from it, but I don't particularly want to go through this again. Nothing now, but I've actually ordered a lot of backup antidepressants for now, so I should really be okay. It cannot run out at all. But anyway, thank you for me rattling on for 10 minutes. Do all the usual stuff. Like it, rate it, comment, subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter, you can follow me on Facebook. I will leave those descriptions in the box below. And I will try and come back next week. Hopefully hopefully these tablets would have kicked in and it would be a lot better then. Let's just wait and see.